Mr. Fix-It here today. We're going to show you a problem that can happen, and this one's a real unusual problem because of the type of flange we're using. What happened here is we tiled up and we now have a higher floor than the original floor, and we're setting a new toilet. The problem is when I set this new toilet on here, these bolts do not come up through here. They're not long enough. You can't move them, you can't touch it. This is cemented down, it's screwed down, this particular style flange, so it doesn't move, and they really don't make anything to build on top of this, so I had to get a little bit creative. And what I found is I went to Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever the heck I was, and I found these zero cut bolts, adjustable heights, and they were all these little pieces that go together and they create different heights, but they're made to go into a specific type of flange, not this one. And they're supposed to work together. But what I'm doing is I'm taking these two particular pieces that have a thread here and a thread here, and I'm able to actually thread this on to the existing bolts and gain the height now that I need. Now what you have to pay particular attention of is make sure that this built out section of the piece actually sits below the toilet here, your opening. Because otherwise, if it's sticking up high and you screw the bolt on, you're kind of defeating the purpose. It's not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to screw these pieces on, and we have resolved the height issue. And then we're going to continue to putting a toilet together here for you to see how it all just comes together, a brand new toilet. And I'm putting in a particular type of toilet. It's an 0.08 gallon flush. It's a Niagra Conservation. Sorry. I had heart surgery, in case anybody didn't know out there. And I'm recovering. I probably shouldn't even be doing this work yet. I had aortic dissection. But anyways, this is a good toilet. It's a little different flushing system you'll see over here inside the tank. And it's built and made to save you all kinds of money. So I'm going to screw these on, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to set this toilet. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're set now to go ahead and put our flange. We got our two pieces in, our wax ring I mean. So I'm just going to drop the wax ring in there. It's an extra thick. I love to use extra thick wax rings. You really want a good seal in here. It's very important to the flush and how powerful it can be if you don't have a seal, plus it will leak. So there's your wax ring. And we're going to drop our toilet. Don't let my doctor see me doing this. My God, he'd kill me. And we mush her down onto the wax ring. Okay, and then I'm going to set my screws in, bolt this straight down, tighten her up, and then we'll get back to how we put the tank on to the bowl. Alright, so the next step is we're going to go ahead. We've attached all down to the floor. We're all secure. Make sure that the toilet doesn't rock. It ain't going nowhere. Securely bolted down. I solved that problem. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the tank to the bowl. This is your gasket that's going to be used to actually seal this connection here. So this piece is actually going to go right onto here. Just like that. Fit it on. These two bolts are going to travel down through these holes. And this is where I put the gasket on the back on the downside of the tank. We're just going to very easily match up where the bolts go. I do that by feel. Here's one, here's two, and now we drop it. And then we seal it, and we got our bolts and our screws to screw this down to the tank. And you make this good and secure as well. And then we'll move to putting the seat and the supply line on it. We should be done soon. Okay, this is your supply line. Make sure when you purchase it, they all look the same. There's difference between the toilet and your kitchen sink supplies. They're different sizes, so make sure when you go into Home Depot you pay attention that you're getting the toilet supply line. And these are simple. You're just screwing it into here. You tighten it up with your wrench. You screw it into the bottom of the toilet. And you can even hand tighten this for the most part. And that's it. Then you can turn your water supply on and we can see how this funky toilet works. I'll be right back when I get this all connected. Alright, so we're all connected. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fill up the tank. We're going to see what happens. It's very common after you turn the water off and turn it back on for your water to come out dirty. even spit a little bit, but it'll be fine. Okay, this is where we're just going to check the bottoms for leaks. We're going to make sure this fills properly. This is your fill valve. This will be your flush mechanism. And we're going to go ahead, as this fills up, we'll make sure that everything is functioning properly. I'll be right back with the lid.